Hey, how you doing? I don't know if you have one of these, but they're really a lot of fun. Makes cleaning fun. Anyways, we'll put that on hold for a minute. I want to talk today a little bit about this notion that we often hear that the Bible is fable, or the Bible is a myth, or it's written in such a way as to inspire us, even though the events that took place in the Bible didn't necessarily happen. Now, I'm not questioning the motives of people who say things like that. Maybe they're just trying to be helpful. I have found it's not a good idea to question other people's motives unless they let you know what those motives are. But I will say this, that the Bible itself doesn't allow itself to be read that way, as if it's a fable, as if it's a myth. The Apostle Peter, in one of his little short epistles, one of those short letters he wrote, actually goes out of his way to say, we are not writing mythology. We are not writing fable. The Greek word mythos, where we get the word myth from. Peter goes out of his way to say, look at what we're writing to you is not a fable. It's not a myth. These are things that actually took place in history. There was an Adam, there was an Eve, there was a Noah, there was a Jonah who was swallowed by a fish. Jesus was born of a virgin. He actually lived a sinless life. He actually, literally, physically died and rose again. And we touched him, and we heard him, and we saw him. The Bible works real hard to let us know that these aren't things designed just to inspire us as if they didn't happen, but these things live on in our hearts. I've done so many memorial services, and people will get up, and I don't want to sound mean here, but they'll get up and they'll say, so-and-so is going to live on in our hearts. But friends, that just doesn't happen. I don't even know the names of my great-great-grandparents. They might have been wonderful people, but they're not living on in anybody's hearts right now. Nobody remembers who they are unless they're famous and somebody makes a movie, writes a book about them. But the Christian faith is historical. And there will be another resurrection, physical resurrection. We will be with God and we'll be with each other. Yeah, the Bible does not allow itself to be read as fable. Now, there are places in the Bible where we see parables, we see metaphors, but they're usually actually described. We'll read Jesus told a parable saying, or we'll read, my husband's arms are like the cedars of Lebanon, or something like that. But within the historical narrative, those things will be set apart as metaphor or simile or something along those lines. All this to say that you can't read the Bible and consign it to fable or mythology, because the Bible itself doesn't allow it to be read that way. I hope that helps. Thanks.